Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy FPS Evil, or Rein Evil, as you guys may know me. I'm coming at you from the Rein Clan channel. These guys are some badass motherfuckers, and this gameplay that you are going to be watching in the background is by this guy. He's a total beast. His name is Rein Cuffable. It's a solo 171 kill game with the AN-94 on the map Slums. So the topic I'm going to be talking about today is going to be about sports and football in particular, guys. So I actually play football quite a lot. I actually just had tryouts and it went well. I made the freshman team, as I am a freshman. Everyone makes a team, but I'm a starter on the team. Actually, I play slot receiver myself and corner, or free safety as well, but I don't do that as much. A lot of people give the Seahawks shit because they think, oh, they're these cocky ass motherfuckers who think they're the shit. When you come from having a quarterback like Tarvaris Jackson, you're allowed to get a little cocky. You go from Russell Wilson to Tarvaris Jackson, and everyone thinks you guys suck. The reason I'm talking about this is because I live in Seattle. I get crap every day for talking to my friends on Skype or whatever that I like the Seahawks. I've liked the Seahawks since Matt Hasselbeck was the quarterback, and that was forever ago. Russell Wilson is one of the most humble people I've ever met. Sorry, my phone just went off. At the Super Bowl, what happened was they were going to give him the MVP award. He said no. He wanted it to be given to someone else who he felt was more deserving of it. Guys, Russell Wilson totally should have won that award. The MVP award should have gone to him because he is one of the best players I know. I mean, my favorite quarterback of all time was Jim McMahon, and he was a quarterback for the Chicago Bears back in the 80s. But I like Russell Wilson now. Modern, he's my favorite quarterback. He's actually going through a pretty nasty divorce with his wife right now, which I feel bad for him because on top of coming back into a season where he's expected to go really well, he's going to have issues with that. He's a humble guy. At the Super Bowl, he refused the MVP award and said, give it to one of the other players. Winning the Super Bowl as a quarterback is enough for me. That's a quote from Russell Wilson. He said to give the MVP award to someone like Doug Baldwin or Jermaine Kearse. Those are two players that scored touchdowns. He said even Marshawn Lynch, but Marshawn refused it. So did Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman, who had one of the interceptions, refused it. Doug Baldwin refused it. All the players that scored touchdowns and played as well as they did refused the MVP. That shows how humble these guys are as a team. I think that if they weren't who they were and they were Adrian Peterson, they'd be like, give me the motherfucking MVP trophy right now. I know this sounds really cocky of me to talk about this, being them so humble as they are, me living in Seattle and being a Seahawks fan, but that's just how the Seahawks are as a team. These guys on the team were low-round draft pick. They got Marshawn Lynch. Paul Allen, the owner, got Marshawn Lynch from the Buffalo Bills. Last year, 2 years ago, Russell Wilson was a rookie quarterback. One of the players on the Seahawks, Derek Coleman, is fully deaf. He tried out in 2012 for the draft and didn't make any teams. In 2013, the Seattle Seahawks drafted him in the 53rd round pick. He was a 53rd round pick. I lied. He was a part of the 53-man roster. Sorry about that. In 2013, in Week 1 game for the Seahawks against the Carolina Panthers, Derek Coleman had 3 catches for 30 yards. For a deaf man to play football, that's amazing. He's actually a fullback, and I could never do that. If I was deaf, I probably would not be where I am in music and in sports. The Super Bowl MVP went to the man Malcolm Smith. He had 2 interceptions that game. I lied. It was only 1 interception, but it was off a Demaryius Thomas fumble that he ran 69 yards back for a touchdown. That gave the Seattle Seahawks a lead of 22-0 over the Denver Broncos. He had 9 tackles, 5 solo, and 2 passes defended. He went unrecognized throughout the entire season, managed to pull all of this off in the Super Bowl, and because of the humbleness of his players, of his teammates, he won the Super Bowl MVP. He is only the 3rd linebacker in history to win a Super Bowl MVP next to Ray Lewis and Chuck Howley. So before you go and say the Seahawks are a cocky team, listen to what I just said and really think about that. A lot of their players were not very high up on the draft. Despite all odds, they came back and won the Super Bowl. And they also had the #1 defense in the entire league, and they won the Super Bowl against a team who had the #1 offense. On a bit of a sidetrack, guys, offense will always lose to defense. The best defense is an offense, in my opinion. On the topic of humbleness still, look at what happened to the Miami Heat. They got so cocky from beating the Spurs last year in the championships, they got fucked up this year. This year, sorry. This is just my personal opinion, but I prefer the Spurs over the Heat. I've been a huge Spurs fan since as long as I can remember. My favorite player on that team is actually Manu Ginobili. As a 6'6" Argentinian power forward on an American team, he does a hell of a job. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh are some of the best players in the NBA, but despite having them all on the Miami Heat, they still lost. Then again, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, and Manu Ginobili, in my opinion, are some of the best players. The Heat got cocky and got beat 4-1, or 3-1. I think it was 4-1 in the series, which is a blowout. I mean, they got their asses handed to them. To be honest, I'm kind of glad they lost because they're so cocky that it all went to their heads and they got overconfident. The result of being overconfident is they lost. On another topic of humbleness, Lionel Messi, one of the supposedly the best soccer player in the world. He's playing in the World Cup right now for his team Argentina. He isn't some cocky two-half-wit shit. He doesn't go around presenting how great he is to the world. He keeps to himself, and by doing that, it decreases his chance of being considered an ass. He does a very good job, and he's a brilliant soccer player. And I just said brilliant, not brilliant. That's just how I talk. I'm from Philadelphia. Shut up. But truthfully, you know, I do want the U.S. to win, as I live in the U.S., and I want the U.S. to win the World Cup. They beat Ghana today 2-1. The U.S. scored a goal within 35 seconds. I don't think they got too cocky about it. When playing sports, don't get cocky. If you get cocky, it'll all go to your head and it will lead to your defeat. For example, in my book and show that I'm watching, Game of Thrones, Daenerys Targaryen, one of the characters, yeah, she got cocky. I mean, Viserys Targaryen. Daenerys? No, Viserys. Yeah, Viserys, her older brother. He got a pot of boiling gold dumped on his head by Daenerys' husband. He died. It was pretty funny. I laughed maniacally the entire time. He got cocky, and it did lead to his downfall. That's what he gets for being a stupid little cocky half-wit shit. The moral of the story is don't get cocky, guys, no matter what you're doing. Be humble about what you do, because if you don't, it will come back to bite you in the ass. I know this may seem kind of opinionated, but it really is. Just look at everything in general. If you get cocky, it'll come back to bite you in the ass. Be the best person you can be and be humble about it. Don't be all, oh my god, we just blew out this team 6-1. They suck. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go rub it in their face because they suck. Go up to them, shake their hand, and be cool about it. Anyways, guys, leave a comment down below in the comment section saying what's your favorite basketball team, what team you want to win the World Cup, and who is your favorite football team. Or one or two or all of those. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy, subscribe to me, subscribe to Koof, hit that like and subscribe button down below. That would mean so much to me and the guys in TeamRein, and I bet it would mean a lot to Koof. And go watch this video on our channels and all that goodness. Anyways, guys, it's your boy FPS Evil or Rein Evil, and I'm out. Peace.